What is up, everybody? This is Omega Belmont back again with another statue and figure talk of the week. Like I said, I'm starting to do this, trying this format out where a Wednesday and a Saturday days are the days where I post the statue and figure talk, just because it might be a little bit easier to handle. It takes more time, but with all the info that we get during the week, it's pretty tough to kind of go through all this stuff and then on a Wednesday redo it again. But so we'll go with that, and we'll see how that works out. Maybe that works out better. I kind of tend to like it more. Like I said, it takes more time because I have to shoot 2 videos, but I'm okay with that, and it makes going through info much easier. This week is not easy though, because we have a big old Comic-Con that's happening right now. It's the San Diego Comic-Con, and yeah, there's so much info that's coming out right now, and it's kind of blown over. Like literally, I'm just like, what's going on? So. But like I'll cipher through a bunch of stuff and see what I can find. I did find a few stuff that I wanted to talk about. If I was about to talk about everything that's coming out from SDCC, it would take me all day. This video will never end. But there's so many things, and it's cool. But there's a few stuff that I kind of just wanted to talk about and go through. This week won't have any, or this today probably won't have. I won't have any pre-owned or new figure releases, because there's just so many info for different statues and figures and action figures and things like that. So I won't talk about those today. Today we'll just focusing on a lot of the new announced figures and statues, and some of the pre-order things that popped up. So let's get started here. The first thing I wanted to talk about is, I talked about a few weeks ago a few days ago with the Wednesday's episode. I talked about the Nightwing that they showcased from Kotobukiya. Well, we finally got some pictures of it. This is what it is. I don't know what it is. Eichmann, is it Ikeman or Eichmann? I think that's how you say it. This is it's a little bit of a different kind of figure. This is more towards Eichmann. I think that's what Eichmann is, kind of like a pretty male kind of, in Japanese what it means. And this is not the Bishujo that I was asking for. So, but I mean, it looks cool. We'll see how it is. Before I pass judgment, I want to see the prototype and whatever, when it's colored and everything like that. I'm okay with it. Whatever, it goes towards a different group of collectors, and if it looks good, I might buy it. We'll see how it goes. They did announce some other figures with it too. So, like I said, this is what it is. This is the whole, like, what the figure is going to be based on. So it's a little different. You don't see a lot of the figures doing this stuff. So it's cool. I mean, like I said, it goes towards a different type of collector. A lot of people are kind of like, what's going on? I don't like it. I'm like, whatever. If you don't like it, just don't buy it and things like that. So I personally, I'm waiting for to see the prototype. If it looks good, I might just have to pull the trigger on that. So, and like I said, there is some other figures that they were announced too. This is from the same line. We have, of course, 5 figures here. We got Dick, which is Nightwing on the left here. You got Tim Drake as Robin here. You got Bruce, which is Batman, in the middle. We got Damian, which is the current Robin, and then you got Jason Todd, who's a Red Hood. So they are not in. The only other figure that I can see in kind of could be a reviewing, like a pose, kind of like what Nightwing is Damian, because he has his hands to his hip and he's kind of lunging forward like that. Everybody else seems to be in a pretty awesome pose there. So like I said, if it looks good, I'll be buying it. If it looks decent, man, I'll still probably pull the trigger on that. But if it doesn't look that well, I'll probably pass on it. But so far from Kotobukiya, they do a lot of good stuff. So I want to see how this line goes. We'll get more male characters. I'm happy with that. That to me is pretty awesome. Even if they're in like kind of a weirder pose, but you know, I'll take it. It's hard to get a lot of characters in that, you know, the 1/7, 1/8 kind of. I think it is a 1/8 scale. I think they're more 1/7. Yeah, 1/7. So it's hard to get, you know, figures like that from in Japan, mostly of, you know, comic book characters. So I'll take whatever I can get. So that's cool. Like I said, it looks cool. Hopefully it looks cool. I mean, and I'll pull the trigger on that. So Eichmann, which is Eichmann, Batman, Bruce Wayne from Kotobukiya. The artist is Riken. I don't know who that is. I have to look it up on you know, I'll probably have to Google the name and see what I can get from that. And then we are moving on. Keep moving, because we have to keep trucking, because I could talk about this all day. But the next one I have here, I when I first heard about it, I'm like, really? Holy crap, it happened. This is the Green Lantern Art FX statue. So if you've seen my reviews for the, I don't know if I have a review for the Superman one. I had an unboxing one for that one. The Wonder Woman one and the Flash one, they are the 1/6 scaled statues from Kotobukiya. They are probably some of my favorite statues, and you know, perfectly priced, and they look awesome. So they are pretty awesome, you know, statues. And finally we are getting Green Lantern. We are getting there. We're getting the whole shebang for the Justice League. That is awesome. I wonder who's coming up next. Are we getting Martian? Are we getting maybe they're doing Cyborg in you know, with this crew? I don't know who was in during that time, but for sure we're probably getting something like that. They're going to update what we have now for the Justice League, or they keeping it back in like the 2000s, where who was in there? Martian was, yeah, I think it was Martian, but we'll see what we, you know, maybe even a Green Arrow. They could plug the Green Arrow in there, but we are getting this figure here, a statue here from Kotobukiya. The weird thing about this statue is that it's a 1/7 scale. I don't know why. Is that a mistake in their slides here, or is that what it's going to be? The other ones were 1/6 scale, so this was a little bit smaller. He's going to be kind of smaller in size. He might be a little bit taller because of the way his base is built. Maybe that's why it's built at a 1/7 instead of a 1/6 scale. You can see on the bottom here on his foot, you can see where his foot is. You have him kind of on a like a base like this, like goes up. So maybe that's the reason why it's a 1/7 scale. He's gonna be taller, maybe by like inch or two, if they go 1/6 scale. So yeah, so maybe they're just making him the same height as everybody else, making him just a little bit smaller. So that is cool. It says available 2017, so I can't wait to see the final colors for it. So I'm super excited for it. I don't have space for him. Oh man, I'm gonna have to find a different spot for him. Maybe I can move some figures around, because their bases are huge. They're huge bases, and they take up a lot of space. So maybe I'll have to put them on the top here instead of having them in my shelf over there. So we'll see what happens. I'm super excited for it. So this is probably the biggest part for me when I heard about with all the news that's coming out as SDCC. This is probably the biggest news for me, because if I could get a whole Justice League of statues, I'm super excited, and in the same line as everything else, instead of just, you know, placing different characters left and right, you know, doing that kind of deal. If you get them all in the same line, super excited for that. Now we are moving on to some higher end statues. These are going to be quite costly, because they're from Sideshow Collectibles. This one's Huntress. They announced this one a while back. It was when they announced Black Canary. You kind of seen the silhouette in the background, you know, and you can pretty much pinpoint who that is, because of course she's holding her crossbow gun here, and you automatically you're like, yeah, that's the Huntress. I didn't even notice that until I was like, wait, there's a silhouette in the back. First of all, I didn't even see the silhouette, and then it was ready, you know, oh, Huntress. You knew who that is because you see the pointing mask here, and then of course the way she's holding her gun, and you can see, like, yeah, guarantee. So we get a look at the Huntress, a full look. A lot of people have problems with, or a little bit of problems with it, but I personally it looks really good. I like the face. The face to me looks freaking fantastic. I love it. A lot of people have problems with the feet here because they look really short. Her feet kind of just goes like this, and it kind of just looks really stumpy looking. So a lot of people have problems with that, but I don't mind it. It looks pretty cool. I'm probably sure it's probably gonna be in the $500 range, just like every other Sideshow Collectibles that's going up. It's going up in price. Like every year, I can see it going up to like $600-700. So yeah, but it looks cool. I like the, first of all, like I said, the face is what really catches me the most. I like the face, and I like the pose that she's in. And if you can't really see the base, but the base is all like rubble and everything, so it looks cool. We are moving on again. There's another Sideshow Collectibles here. This one is from Prime Studios. This is their 1/4 scale figure, or Prime 1 Studio, I should say. This is Superman from the New 52. Let me see if I can get a bigger picture here. Here we go. We can start from the front here. This is a closer look right there. We get some looks from the side there. We got, looks like a different head for him. Looks like he has the one with the normal eyes and the one with the heat vision eyes. That looks pretty cool. I think if I was to buy it, this is probably the head I'll use. And that's the coolest part of the interchangeable. So look at the base here. It's freaking awesome. Looks like he got pretty much hit into this wall here, and it's all bent up, and you can see the little pillar it's just all smashed up, and you can see the base there. He looks like that he's kind of floating, so that looks cool. I think, yeah, man, I need a Superman statue. He's my favorite character, and I don't have a statue for him. It's just quite expensive to get him. But like I said, if I can get something like this, I think Prime 1 Studios, they are pretty expensive, I think so. So they 1/4 scale. I think they were like in the $600-700 range. So a little bit above my price. But like I said, he looks cool. I don't mind the New 52, even though they killed him off. I don't mind his suit. I guess I'm a big kid in heart. I like all the cool little, like, robotic suits, and like it looks like all battle armored and everything. I'm a big fan of that. So I'm a kid at heart, and I like that. A lot of people like the old suit. I mean, I like it too, but I don't mind his New 52 suit. So I think that looks so cool. If I had got a chance to buy it, I would totally do it. So but it's probably going to be a little bit above my price for him. So we'll see. Maybe later on I could probably do it when I scrunch up some money. But with everything's releasing so soon, so fast, yeah, I probably can't at this moment. So next up, we are moving on to the Marvel stuff here from Sideshow Collectibles. This is when I first saw this piece, I showed it to my brother. He's like, whoa. I'm like, whoa, at the same time. It just looks so freaking awesome. You got Wolverine here on the top. You got Hulk on the bottom here. They are going at it. And the coolest part that I've seen from this figure the statue is really, I like Wolverine's little shoulder pads here. They're all freaking scratched up. I mean, that looks cool. That'd be cool if you can see it in his suit too. I mean, that would look pretty cool, but he just, oh man, this is probably going to be an expensive statue. I'm guessing maybe like $1,000, at least $900. I don't know what scale it is. I think it's a 1/4 scale maybe. So Wolverine's might be a little bit small, while the biggest part is probably going to be the Hulk. But like I said, it looks cool. I still don't have actually I do have a Wolverine piece, but I want one with his yellow suit, with the 90s suit. I'm a big fan of that suit, and I grew up watching the 90s X-Men, so I don't have a statue or a figure of him yet in that suit. His stuff usually goes for a lot, and this one with both of the iconic characters, they are probably going to be expensive. So I just want to showcase that to you guys. I don't know if there's any more pictures of that. Nope. These are all the Marvels stuff that came out of SDCC. Of course, you got Captain Marvel there. You got Deadpool here. It looks cool. So a bunch of stuff from SDCC from the Marvel side, Sideshow Collectibles. They had a ton of stuff that they showcase. Next up is another one from Kotobukiya. I haven't mentioned, I'm on the site myfigurecollection.net. If you haven't gone to that site yet, they usually showcase a lot of the Japanese companies. So if you're a big fan of any of the import stuff, Japanese anime figures and goodies and things like that, you come to this site. It's an awesome site to look up different things, different figures and things like that they have. So they usually just showcase a lot of Japanese companies. So if you're looking for like anything from like Sideshow Collectibles, you probably won't find it. So but like I said, anyways, we are looking at Vision, their 1/6 scale. It looks cool. I mean, let's go this way here. I think it looks cool. Oh man, like I didn't even notice this until I seen it. His feet goes into this pillar right here. It disappears, so it looks like he's kind of rising out of it. So that looks cool. We'll see. And he has his old suit on. So actually, I'm excited for this one. Their 1/6 scales are probably around $230 to $40. They just released their Black Panther statue, which looks freaking awesome. I do have their Wolverine one, which is not his old or his original suit. So I have that one, but we'll take a look in a bit. So I think this one looks cool. I like his old suit. I like his old suit a lot better than the Avengers one. So their fine art statues are super awesome. 1/6 scale. They're cold cast, but I want to show you guys some of the other fine art statue here. So something you can't find anymore. Something you can. The one I currently have is, let me see if they have it on this right here. They should. There we go. I don't even notice I missed that. So this one right here. I have this one, but they have some pretty cool stuff. The one that just came out is Black Panther. Where is Black Panther at? Black Panther, where are thou? Where art thou? Oh, right there. There we go. This one just came out like a month or so ago. I think it looks freaking awesome. These fine art statues are really good. They are usually about 12 inches tall. They're roughly around $250, $240. Depends on the character. I'm pretty sure the Hulk ones are pretty. This is the Hulk statue I want to get. He looks ripped. He looks like he's ready to go to war. But it's probably really expensive. So like I say, $24,000 there for the Hulk one here. That's when it first released. You probably won't find this one for less than like $600. So yeah, good luck with that. But there, like I said, about $240, $230 there. You got the Juggernaut one, looks freaking awesome. I would totally try to get this Wolverine one. Like I said, I need a Wolverine statue with his yellow 90s costume. I would totally want that. Bunch of Wolverines, got some Iron Mans there. The one I really want was the Spider-Man one, and this X-Force Wolverine one. I'm a big fan of his X-Force costume. I think it looks cool, and I like the red eyes, red beady eyes. That looks freaking awesome. The Spider-Man one to me looks freaking fantastic. I like. Man, if I was collecting earlier, these statues would be so bought by me. Also, they have their Thanos one that just came out also. So that one, like I said, it's quite expensive, about $300, almost $300. So if I started earlier, these would be so bought up by me. So, but yeah, before that, yeah, the Vision. Let's go here. The Vision statue here looks freaking awesome. I like his pose. It's literally a simplistic pose. I like the fact that he looks like he's coming out of the ground. So that looks freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. Here's another look at the statue for the Wolverine and the Hulk one. So that's probably from a user. If you go to statueforum.com, I'm a big fan of that too. I go there for more of the sideshow and any of the U.S. or import from like different countries other than Japan. They have a lot of their forums for that too. So, anyways, now we are going to the Kotobukiya Shujo line. They just announced our Mika, which is Rainbow Mika from Street Fighter. This one's from Street Fighter Zero. So I'm super excited for this. probably don't even have to talk too much about it. You guys see my Bushojo stuff. This is the same deal, 1/7 scale. Looks like it says release date of 2017, so still got some days on that. It's a while on that. Of course, they're mostly all 1/7 scale. They're usually around $70 or so. So I'm super excited for it. We'll get more figures in that line. So I'm super excited for what Kotobukiya is doing. They're just releasing this whole slew of stuff. That's blowing my mind at this moment. So that is pretty much it for all the new figures that was announced during SDCC. This is not the only thing. These are not the only figures statues that were announced. There's a ton more. Toy Arc is a good place to go if you want to go and look for all that stuff. They have a super list of everything that's been posted, stuff from anime, comics, video games, all of the stuff for statues, figures, and like action figures and things like that. They are a good place to go. I go there to when these conventions come around. That's the perfect place to go and look at. They have pictures and all that stuff, and they talk about it and things like that. So that's a good place to go if you're looking for anything like that. Now we are moving on to the pre-ordered. There's a few pre-ordered figures here that I found that just came up a few days ago. So I'm super excited to talk about them. We are moving kind of slow here at this moment. We're about the 20-minute mark. It's getting there. So let's get started with the pre-ordered materials. Like I said, there is no pre-owned or new figures that I'm going to talk about because we use all of our time on the first of these new and announced statues and figures that we've seen. I'm using all my time with that because I think that so many really, really good stuff that came out of SCCC, I had to talk about it. First of all, from DC Collectibles, this is their designer series. This is Starfire from Amanda Connor. She is doing the new Starfire comic books, and this is the character that she's drawn for that comic book. So I'm a total fan of the new Starfire series, and she looks cool. I like her. And then of course this is a designer series, so she's about 12 inches tall. Designer series are pretty awesome. They look so cool, and of course, they are a little bit pricey. You see from here, the price for it is $104 with a release date of March 2017. So we still got a ways for it, but it's about $100+, which isn't too bad. I'm a big fan of the designer series, and they're about 12 inches tall. So they're huge. If you see you probably seen my video. If you guys watch, a lot of my videos, I did one with showcase all my figures and statues. I have the one with the Kotobukiya, Bushojo, and then in the back there was the Batgirl designer series, Batgirl, and she's 12 inches tall and she's super huge compared to the other figures. So I'm super excited for this one. Next up is also from DC Comics. This is Harley Quinn by Jim Lee. Awesome artist. This is the black and white series, so she's probably going to be only about 6 to 7 inches tall. I think the black and white series is only around that size. I would totally like to see a bigger version of this one, but this is Harley Quinn, which is freaking awesome. I like the way she's posed and everything. She's got a smile on her face, and she's holding the little gun there. Shoots. This is shoot the little bang piece that comes out. Like I said, it's about 7 inches tall right there. Their white and black are usually white and black, statues. So this one is colored, so that's pretty awesome. But anyways, it does have a price of $69 and another release date of March. So still got ways off for that. Next up is the biggest announcement that I saw that they announced. Too bad is from Figma, but I have to stress it. As long as it's not Art of War, I'm okay with it. This is Femto from Berserk. So this is Griffith when he gets spoiler alert, kills everybody in his crew to get the power of Femto here. Yeah, it's super awesome. Figma. Too bad it's Figma. I wanted something else, but like I said, as long as it looks cool, this is the This is the special edition or collector's or whatever special edition that comes with the figure here. He comes out with his egg here, of course. The original one that you could get a lot cheaper. It's just him, Femto himself. And that's it. But I decided to order this one because you know what, he looks cool in the egg. Mostly if you pose it like that. I kind of want to buy two figures, one to burn because I freaking hate. I think everybody hates him, and then one just to keep. It is quite expensive though. It's $124. Figmas are usually like $40 to $50, but he's kind of big. He's about 8 inches tall. I'm pretty sure 8 inches is pretty much what's the egg is here. Also. And then he could grow a little bit taller if you make him stand out of the egg. But like I said, super excited. He looks freaking awesome for a Figma. If I could get my hands on the Black Swordsman guts and the armor guts, that would be freaking awesome. They are so expensive. The Black Swordsman might be a little bit, cheaper on the side. It's like last time I saw it for, it's like $200 or not $200, like $120. So it's buyable, but the armored guts is yeah, good luck with that. I think that's like $300 or something like that for a Figma. Still kind of pricey, but like I said, this one looks cool. I already have it on pre-order from AminandMe.com. So if you go to AminandMe.com, you can get it from there, and this you can also get it from Big Bad Toy Store. So after that, we are looking at the Marvel Bishujo line. This is Thor, female Thor. I talked about it a few weeks back. I think I did. But we are finally getting the whole shebang bang for everything. We can see the pictures here. I'm going to take a closer look right there. We got a whole bunch of pictures for Thor. I think it looks freaking fantastic. Oof. Did I talk about Thor? Did I talk about Thor last week? Did I really? Feels like deja vu or something. I feel like I talked about Thor, but we have Thor here, one without the mask or without the helmet, and the other one with the helmet. It looks friggin' fantastic. I like the beady eyes I like this Thor because I like the beady eyes. But we gotta take a look at that. There's also a Loki one also that's coming out. I should have probably talked about that too. But they also showcase. They had the artwork already, and they also just showcase the figure all colored and everything like that. So super excited for this. 7,970 yen, so about $76, $77. A pretty good price there, with a release date of December 2016, so at the end of the year. But I think it looks cool. I want to see this last picture here. With the last picture there, somebody should have done a lightning bolt coming down like that, but that is cool. But that is it for this week. A lot to talk about. Sorry about not giving you guys a pre-owned section here, but if you guys want to go to the pre-owned sections, go there. AminandMe.com, and Mendereke has, of course, a super big list of pre-owned things, pre-owned figures to buy. I suggest you guys check it out. If you check it out, learn the layout, and you guys won't even need me to pinpoint all these figures out. Just go there and just start looking and have fun and spend hours and hours looking like I used to do. So anyways, this is Omega Belmont. Thanks for coming and watching Statue and Figure Talk. Like I said, I might stick to this format. I like this format better. It just gives us a lot more to talk about. And you see my face twice a week. And it just gives us an easier time to talk about a whole bunch of figures, just because that one day I feel like it's just doesn't cover everything. Mostly if after Wednesday it just becomes a whole bunch of stuff until the next Wednesday. It just doesn't fit well. So I'm going to keep it maybe a 2-day kind of deal. So Wednesday and Saturday, depends on the days. Maybe Sunday morning, Saturday night kind of deal. So anyways, thanks for watching Statue and Figure Talk. This is Omega Belmont, and I'll see everybody next time. Peace out.